Okay, good morning, everyone, and I hope everyone is okay. So, I was still waiting on other colleagues to join, but it seems it is taking a lot of time. So, it is better we actually start and then maybe they can get us on the way. Yeah, but basically today's discussion is focusing on how to maintain a computer. So because these are some of the main roles the systems admin should perform. So we're going to look at maintaining a computer. So now in maintaining a computer, this is when we perform what we call upgrading and the updating of what? Of computer devices as well as software. So, but before you decide on the hardware to upgrade, make sure you understand the problem first. It's like, going to hospital, maybe you need some medication. It is hard, however much maybe they may say, you know what, which medicine works well on malaria. There are those tabs that work so much, very well on malaria. But then they cannot just apply it to anyone who comes to the hospital before they check you to ascertain the exact what, the exact problem. So even as computer doctors, it is always recommended that you first understand what the problem is, then you can take proper decision by choosing the proper hardware upgrade to make. You get, yeah, if the computer is just slow, you get, then that means there is no need of upgrading from maybe using a CRT screen to a LED, you get, yeah, because that one does not in any way contribute to the performance or the speed of the work of the computer. You just know that if the issue is about speed, then the issue could be on the processor or the RAM. You get, majorly in most cases. Yeah, but it is always good that you have to first ascertain the problem. Then you have also to perform these basic computer maintenance procedures first and see if the computer performance improves. Yes, so let's look at those basic ones that you need to do what to perform and see if something can do what can happen. One, you have to first uninstall any uninstalled software on the computer. This applies even on your phones. I see very many people with the phones with very many apps of which some they have never even used them before after spending the full year with that phone. You realize someone who has a phone, and this phone has quite a number of what? Applications, which applications the person has never used, some they don't know even what they are used before, and so on. I request every member when you join us, kindly mute your device unless maybe you are going to say something, then that is when you can unmute and you speak to us to avoid what? Much interruption since we have less time. Yeah, thank you. Now, um, another thing you have to do is to scan for viruses on the computer because sometimes this could be one of the issues that are causing the machine not to perform as expected. You get, so it is better you use an updated antivirus software to scan your computer and then ascertain if you have what? If you have viruses. Um, Hi, everybody, John. I don't know if it is you disrupting the session or, but I request every time you join, kindly mute so that we are able to do it, to listen properly. Yeah. Okay. Um, you can scan and in scanning is you can use there are various ways of scanning. There is quick scanning and then for what scan for system scan. but I prefer in that case use the full scan, which goes in deep to look at file by file without looking at categories and charts, but like file by file, ascertaining the state of that particular file, and then you report the current what state. Then you scan for spyware and other what malware programs that may be causing issues on the what on the computer. Another thing is to defragment the hard drive. Yes, which is primarily an issue for Windows computers. Yes, in case you're using the Windows operating system. Now look at this. You see, computers like I told you, they're like human beings. Now, the moment you go to a hospital and you say, you know what, I'm vomiting every after 10 minutes, I'm vomiting. What the doctor will ask is, what did you last take? What have you eaten before, this incident occurred? You get, when did it start? So these are the same stuff that we as computer doctors should do. Keep in mind every time we have to address a problem. So it will help a lot. Then how do we go to choose the right upgrade? Result is important to understand at least the basics about what is going on inside the computer and what a hardware upgrade can and cannot do. So a slow PC can't be turned into a fast one simply by increasing the size of the hard drive you get. Yeah, likewise, upgrading the computer processor might not make a computer that is prone to crashing more reliable. Yes, so you realize that you need to understand the problem, and then approach it in the best appropriate manner, carrying out the upgrade on that